Hey y'all, welcome back to Small Town Southern Wife. Tonight we're having a hamburger cabbage casserole, and I thought I'd share this recipe with y'all. So let's get all these ingredients together. I'll get it all set up. I'll show you step by step how to cook it, how to mix it all together, and what to bake it on, and how long to bake it. But this is a great recipe for a what's for dinner idea when you get home from work and you need something fast, and it's all in one skillet. Now we're going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. Keep that over there to the side for a minute. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic powder and about a teaspoon of onion powder. And just a sprinkle of paprika. And now let's mix that. Okay, now I'm going to add my cabbage. And give all that a mix. And let it start cooking down. I'm going to add a half a cup of water so the cabbage will have something to steam in and cook in. Get all our ingredients mixed together, all those onions and peppers and spices mixed all over that cabbage. And we'll just let it sit there and cook. Okay, now to this pan, I'm going to add just a tiny bit of oil so it don't start sticking when it first starts. And we're going to start our ground beef in a different pan. And then this same recipe, you could use a pound of sausage or ground beef, whichever one you like. And now we're going to melt a half a stick of butter and let it be melting while I mix the cream together and the mixture that we're going to put over our casserole. So let's get this in the microwave. Okay, the first thing we're going to add, I had to get me a spoon to get it out, we're going to add a can of cream of mushroom. And then to that we're going to add about a cup of mayonnaise. And you know, we got to use Duke's. Duke's mayonnaise in our casseroles. I'm just eyeballing it, but that's about a cup. And then I'm going to get my melted stick of, half a stick of butter. There it goes in. And we're adding 1 egg. And now we're going to give that a mix. And this is going to be our mixture we're going to pour over or mix in our casserole. So you got 1 can of cream of mushroom, a cup of mayonnaise, a half a stick of butter, and 1 egg. And to that right there, I'm going to add a little bit more black pepper. Just because Travis likes a lot of black pepper. And just a sprinkle of salt. Okay, now we're going to mix it together. Okay, I've already drained the grease off my ground beef, so now I'm going to add it to my cabbage mixture. Bring it over here so I'll have more room to mix my casserole. I'm going to add my ground beef. And we're going to be preheating the oven to 350. And we're going to bake this on 350 for around 20 to 30 minutes. Just to, depending on how brown you want your cheese, because we're going to add cheese too. Okay, I'm dropping some. Let me get all of this mixed together. And combine just a little. Okay, now to that we're gonna take our mixture that we made and I'm gonna pour it over the top of it. If you hadn't ever had a cabbage casserole like this, you don't know what you're missing. You need to try it. It is good. And this could be considered a one-pot meal if you didn't want to have anything else with it for a what's for dinner recipe. Just give it a good mix. Make sure it's all combined so you have your mixture over all your ingredients. Your cabbage and your ground beef and your onions and your peppers. And we got to cook in our iron skillet. Okay. Now we're gonna get the cheese ready. Okay. Now that you got all your mixture in there all combined good, we're going to take and we're going to cover it with just a little layer of cheese. And I'm going to put 2 different kinds of cheeses over it. Cheddar cheese and some mozzarella. Now my mozzarella cheese is froze. Travis buys it in 2-pound blocks and we shred it and then I freeze it. What we don't want real fast, we store. So this happens to be froze, but it'll melt right up. But there's our mozzarella. And I'm going to cut up just a few of these fresh onions I just went out and got. Right here at my back door garden. Sure does make it easy when it's right here at your kitchen. A kitchen garden right at your back door. Okay, now that we're fixing to put it in the oven, I'm not going to cover it because everything is done. We're actually just baking it just enough to cook it a little bit to get all that mixed. Okay, now that we got all that on there, everything from the cabbage and the ground beef all being hot, it's already starting to melt, so it will not have to stay in the oven long at all. But before we put it in the oven, now we got to add our topping. Okay, I'm going to use this little dish to make my topping for it. And what we're going to use is 1 stick of melted butter. And then 1 sleeve of crumbled up Ritz crackers. Get y'all where I can get them mixed up. And it may not take them all, but I think I probably will wind up using them all. Yep, let's go ahead and use the whole sleeve. And then we're going to mix the butter and the Ritz crackers together. Give that a mix. Ooh, it smells good. Okay, now we're going to put it on. The oven's ready. We'll just take that with that butter and those Ritz crackers and try to cover each little section. Make sure all of it gets a little topping. And then we're going to put it in the oven for about maybe 20-30 minutes till these get a little brown and the cheese melts and all of it combines good together. And then we're going to have us a hamburger cabbage casserole. All right, now let's take our casserole out and check it and see if it's done. Whew, that looks good. Okay, we just got it out. It looks good and done to me. The crust is good and golden brown the way I want it. If you wanted it a little darker, you could keep cooking it for about 10 more minutes. But I'm going to call that done for us. And we'll let it sit there for just about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll cut us a piece. Okay, we'll try to get us some of it now that it's cooled down just a little. And I'm going to try to hold that camera and get me a scoop of it and put it in my plate. So let's try it by holding the camera and see how good it looks. Okay, there's what it looks like. And I'm just going to get a little bit just to show you. And there's the inside, how creamy and delicious it looks. Oh, I can't wait to dig into this. I'm going to give it a taste test and see how it tastes to let y'all know. But I'm going to have to wait and eat supper. Want to try it? Okay, there it is after it cooled a little bit. We'll do a taste test on it so you can see it's hot. I gotta be careful. Oh, that's good, y'all. Y'all need to try this. Okay, y'all, that's our take on hamburger cabbage casserole. I hope y'all like this idea, and if you try this casserole and you like it, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, consider hitting the red button down below. Thanks for watching. Now I gotta get busy and get all these dishes washed, so see you next time.